Hello and welcome back to another movie reaction. Sarah, what are we watching today?
Today we are watching Reservoir Dogs, which I know absolutely nothing about. I don't know who's in it. I don't know what the story is. All I know is the genre, which Eric has said it's like a crime drama.
Yes.
Which I love my crime films, as many of you know. Those have been some of my favorites that we've done on the channel so far.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
And of course it is directed by Quentin Tarantino. I saw this film when I was a youngin', early 2000s. Again, probably shouldn't have been watching it, but I digress. This will be your fourth Tarantino film, technically?
You know better than I do.
You've seen both Kill Bills and Jackie Brown. And now we're entering Reservoir Dogs. Very excited. It's been a long time since I've seen this film.
As always, you can support us and get early access to these videos on our Patreon or through YouTube memberships. But you know what's just as good? Liking this video and subscribing to our channel, which is absolutely free.
Sarah, I hope you like colors because it's showtime.
Let me tell you what Like a Virgin's about. It's all about a girl who digs a guy with a big dick.
Okay. It's a Madonna song. Like a Virgin.
I do know of the song.
Yeah.
Whoa. Time out, Green Bay. Tell that fucking bullshit to the tourists.
Toby? Who the fuck is Toby? Personally, I can do without her.
I used to like her early stuff. Borderline.
Kind of fun. They're all just talking about Madonna.
What's that? It's an old address book I found on a coat I haven't worn in a cruise age.
Address books.
I'd rather find money in my coat pocket.
Sensitive girl who meets a nice guy, but like a virgin with a metaphor for big dicks.
Okay, let me tell you what Like a Virgin is.
Some very different interpretations of this song.
Alright, now she's getting a serious dick action. And she's feeling something she ain't felt since forever. Pain.
Chew, Toby, chew.
I hope no one is listening to this conversation from the next table over.
I know.
Wow. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? Give me my book.
I'm sick of fucking hearing it, Joe.
Took a little kid and his toy.
I've got Madonna's big dick coming out of my left ear, and Toby the Jack, I don't know what, coming out of my right.
This guy has had enough.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Want me to shoot this guy?
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Tough customers.
Seems like a rowdy crew.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys been listening to K. Billy's Super Sounds of the 70s weekend. This is the first time I ever realized that the girl singing the song is the one who shot Andy.
Yeah, but they said that at the end of the song.
Yeah, I know,
I'll take care of the check. You guys can get the tip. Shoot this piece of shit. Will you?
I don't. They're joking, but it
They
feels
are
like
there's a little bit of an undercurrent of tension.
Come on, throw in a buck.
I don't tip.
Uh-oh.
Buscemi.
Here we go.
Don't give me that. She don't make enough money, she can quit. I don't tip because society says I have to. All right, I mean, I'll tip if somebody really deserves it.
What's special? Take you in the back and suck your dick.
I ordered coffee, right? Now, we've been here a long fucking time. She's only filled my cup 3 times.
Oh.
Six times.
Jesus Christ, I mean, these ladies aren't starving to death. They make minimum wage.
You don't care they'd counting on your tips to live?
Oh, that's great.
This is a hard job.
So is working at McDonald's, but you don't feel the need to tip them, do you?
Did waitresses not make less money back then?
Maybe not.
It's the one job basically any woman can get and make a living on. The reason is because of their tips.
There's a lot of discussion going on in this video.
Yeah.
Like a lot of philosophy and just opposing viewpoints.
Well, what I won't do is play ball. And it's not college bullshit you're giving me. I got 2 words for that. Learn to fucking type.
Give me my dollar back.
Hey,
Oh my gosh.
leave the dollars there.
Wait a minute. Who didn't throw in?
Uh-oh.
You don't tip. What do you mean you don't tip?
They don't believe in it.
Shut up.
Explain yourself, Sonny.
Come on, Buscemi.
Since you pay for the breakfast, I'll put in. But normally I would never do this.
Oh.
Cough in your goddamn butt like everybody else.
It's only a buck.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, you didn't have to pay for anything else.
It's K. Billy's Super Sounds of the 70s weekend.
Whoa.
Very cool.
I want a suit now. What do you think of the guys so far?
They're definitely, yeah, they're all kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But I don't really have like any ideas yet as to what they actually do.
There's a sense of mystery around them, right?
It seems like either the old guy or the guy who took his address book are maybe like leader, more like head type figures. Okay.
The Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, they're funny, but also kind of frightening at the same time.
Yeah, they were talking about like very normal things.
Yeah, like
but it
music.
feels like that's gonna like take a turn. I mean, I did talk about shooting. Like there's clearly some violent tendencies. there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna die.
Shit. Oh.
Oh shit.
Just cancel that shit right now.
Things are a bit different.
You're hurt real fucking bad, but you ain't dying. I'm gonna die, I know it. Oh, excuse me, I didn't realize you had a degree in medicine.
Still a joke, though. A jokester.
That is a lot of blood, though.
Yeah. In a pretty bad spot, it looks like.
Joe's gonna get you a doctor. The doctor's gonna fix you up. You're gonna be okay.
I don't know if he's okay.
Say the goddamn fucking words. Say it. I'm okay, Larry.
Larry? So it seems like they can't go to a hospital, maybe?
Who's a tough guy? Come on, who's a tough guy?
It's kind of like baby talk.
Coochie-coo.
Yeah.
Look where we are. We made it. We made it. We fucking made it.
Ooh.
He's probably like barely coherent.
Yeah.
Can't do anything for you. But when Joe gets here, he's gonna help you out. He's gonna take care of you.
Does he have time to wait for Joe?
I know.
Can you please hold me?
Yeah.
Kind of feels like he's not gonna make it.
Bless your heart for what she's trying to do. The situation is I'm shot in the belly. Medical attention, I'm gonna die.
I can't take you to a hospital.
Fuck jail, man! Tell them anything.
You're not gonna fucking die.
Can't do it.
All right?
Yeah.
It takes days to die from your wound. Time is on your side.
It's not a fucking setup or what?
Buscemi.
Where's Brown?
Dead.
Oh.
So fucking bad.
Yeah, kinda is.
Somebody fucked us up big time, man.
So, we got a rat maybe?
Ooh.
1 minute they're not there, and the next minute they're there? I didn't hear any sirens.
They were ready.
You got 4 minutes before they can realistically respond. And in 1 minute, there were 17 blue boys out there, all loaded for bear.
Were they robbing a bank or something, maybe?
And we got a chance to think. They're just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Right? Exactly.
I wasn't even gonna come here. I was gonna drive off. They're gonna be cops here waiting for us, man. They're gonna be cops coming here right now.
True.
I'll be right there looking at you.
Oh no.
I'm right here.
He's just gonna leave him?
The fuck am I doing here, man? You know what I felt funny about this job right off? It was like that every time I got caught buying weed. Same thing, man. I didn't trust the guy. I felt funny.
He's a fast talker, isn't he?
Are you cool?
Yeah, I feel like no one's handling the stress too great. Except for him. Larry, I guess.
Have a cigarette.
I quit.
Damn.
All right.
Bad
What, you
timing.
got one?
I guess you didn't.
Let's go through what happened. Okay. We're in the place. Everything's going fine. I turn around and all these cops are outside. Blonde starts to shoot all the immigrants.
That's not correct. Right, the cops didn't show up until after Mr. Blunt started shooting everybody. Come on, Mr. White. I mean, you could see that,
Look,
can't you?
enough of this Mr. White shit.
Hey, wait, man. Don't tell me your fucking name, man. I don't want to know it.
Oh. So is that like their code name or something?
They started shooting, so I blasted my way out of there.
Oh, God.
How does he make it?
I don't know.
Oh!
And he gets up and
The
goes.
adrenaline is real. Shit.
Damn. He wasn't kidding about shooting his way out of there. And that's
A
it?
couple of cops. No real people.
Damn.
Man, could you believe Mr. Blonde?
Why the fuck would Joe hire a guy like that? Choice between doing 10 years, taking out some stupid motherfucker. Ain't no choice at all. But I ain't no madman either.
Things get tense. It's human nature. You panic. I don't care what your name is. You can't help it. What you don't do is start shooting up the place and start killing people.
No, what you're supposed to do is act like a fucking professional.
So you have a wild card in the mix.
At that point, it was every man for himself, man.
Chaos.
As far as Mr. Blonde and Mr. Blue are concerned, I ain't got the foggiest.
You don't think it's possible one of them gonna hold the diamonds and...
No, no way.
Diamonds.
I got the diamonds.
Or he had that suitcase or whatever.
I stashed them. Look, if you want to come with me, let's go get them. I say the plan becomes null and void once we find out we got a rat in the house.
I swear to God, I think I'm fucking jinxed. 2 jumps back, it was a 4-man job. I discovered one of the team was an undercover cop.
Oh.
So who's the rat this time? You know, listen, I mean, Joe set this whole thing up. Maybe he set it up to set it
I
up.
don't buy it.
It could be anyone.
Could be either of you.
I mean, I can say I definitely didn't do it because I know what I did or I didn't do. But I cannot definitely say that about anybody else because I don't definitely know.
Definitely. Uh-oh.
For all we know, he's the rat.
Hey, that kid in there is dying from a fucking bullet I saw him take. So don't you be calling him a rat.
Oh, gosh.
Damn.
Feels like Clue.
That's what I was thinking, especially with all the names. Man, yeah, what do you even do? I'm sure everyone's nervous, stressed out. That brings tensions up.
Yeah.
We worked for a little while. Did about 4 jobs together. Then decided to call it quits.
What's she doing now?
She hooked up with Frank McGar. Hell of a woman. Good little thief.
Ooh.
5-man job. Busted in and busted out of a diamond wholesalers.
Can you move the ice afterwards? What's the exposure like?
2 minutes tops, but it's a tough 2 minutes. Daylight during business hours, dealing with the crowd.
Well, we know how that goes.
What's the cut, Papa?
Real juicy.
You do what you want. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna check into a motel for a few days.
Is he dead?
Is he dead or what?
Kind of looks dead.
He ain't dead.
What are we gonna do, man? We can't take him to a hospital. First things first, okay? Staying here is goofy. We gotta book up.
Goofy.
You got an idea? Spit it out.
Joe could help.
Assuming we can trust Joe, how are we gonna get in touch with him?
I don't think he's gonna be too happy with us, okay? He planned a robbery and he's got a bloodbath on his hands now. Distance between me and this mess.
What's with the zoom?
I don't like the idea of turning him over to the cops. If we don't, he's gonna die. He begged me to do it.
Quite the dilemma.
Since you don't know nothing about us, I say it's his decision.
Well, he knows little about me. I told him my first name and where I was from.
Oh, no.
We had just gotten away from the cops. He just got shot. It was my fault he got shot.
Well, it seems like Larry has a bit of a conscience, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, the man was dying in my arms. What the fuck was I supposed to do? It's against the rules. I don't trust you enough. Fuck you and fuck Joe.
Oh.
I'm sure it was a very beautiful scene.
They're not gonna have to show him a hell of a lot of pictures for him to pick you out.
Yeah.
We know he's gonna die.
And I'm very sad about that, but some fellas are lucky and some ain't.
Fucking touch me.
Oh!
Right hook.
Oh, boy.
They're turning on each other.
Fuck you, White. I didn't create this situation. I'm dealing with it. You're acting like a first-year fucking thief. I'm acting like a professional.
I didn't tell him my name. I didn't tell him where I was from. Shit, 15 minutes ago, you almost told me your name.
I like that. Zoom out. Meanwhile,
Kids shouldn't play so rough.
Blonde.
Mr. Blonde.
Oh, no. I don't think we want this guy here right now.
You better start talking, asshole.
Explain yourself, man.
Yeah.
We think we got a rat in the house.
I guarantee we got a rat in the house.
Nobody's going anywhere.
Uh-oh.
What's on this fucking turd?
What's this guy's problem?
What's my problem? Yeah, I got a fucking problem. I got a big fucking problem.
Yeah, maybe a little.
Everyone has a big problem.
They set off the alarm. They deserve what they got.
It's kind of playing it off.
Are you gonna bark all day, little doggy?
Oh, he does not seem to care too much.
Oh.
Sorry.
He's just trying to antagonize you.
Oh, Christ. Hey, look.
Don't do
assholes,
it.
calm the fuck down. Hey. Am I the only professional?
You said yourself you thought about taking him out.
But that was then. Right now, this guy is the only one I completely trust. It's fucking homicidal to be working with the cop.
That's a good point.
That was really exciting.
Oh my gosh.
He loves it.
I got something outside that I'd like to show you guys, so follow me.
Would you forget your French fries to go with the soda?
I had them already.
I have no ideas so far.
We're gonna stick around, we're gonna wait.
Nice guy, Eddie.
Yeah.
What makes you think he isn't on a plane right now, halfway to Costa Rica?
Because I spoke to him on the phone and he said he's on the way down here.
Why the fuck did you say that in the first place?
You look happy?
Jesus Christ.
About this
Uh-oh.
rat business you've been talking about.
Vic Vega's outside.
Hold on. How does freedom feel, huh?
It's a change.
Who's your parole officer?
Seymour Scagnetti.
Good fella like you. Winds up with a ball
Good
bucket.
fella.
Good fella, right?
I want you to know I appreciate all the packages you sent me on the inside.
What are your plans?
You son of a bitch. I see you sitting there, but I don't believe it.
So that's Eddie, okay.
This week's been crazy. I've had my head on my ass the whole time.
He lets us cause some trouble, doesn't he, Mr. Blonde?
I mean, that's what you said, right, Joe? I mean, tell him yourself.
Don't lie to a guy just not sure you can slam it.
Here we go. Just casual wrestling in an office.
Yeah. They look like they're having fun.
It's just friendly banter.
Kind of.
So these two seem
Daddy,
pretty close.
did you see that?
What?
Look, Vic, whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own home, go to it. But don't try to fuck me.
I don't know. I wouldn't joke with him, man. Mr. Blonde.
Might break you in, nice guy, but it'd make you my dog's bitch.
Ain't that a sad sight, Daddy?
Talking like a bitch, I'm gonna slap you like a bitch.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
Now, Vic here's got a parole problem.
Natty. Fuck.
Everyone knows that.
First I gotta prove to asshead that I can get a regular, job type job.
Look, we can get you a lot of legitimate jobs.
Legitimate,
We'll
eh?
get you down in Long Beach as a dock worker. Call Matthews, the foreman, and tell him he's got a new guy. Boom, you're on the rotation. And if he decides to make a surprise visit, that's the day we sent you to Tustin.
He's got it all worked out, huh?
I really appreciate what you guys are doing, but I'd like to know when I can come back.
Just let Eddie for now set you up at Long Beach. Get you a job, give you some cash.
But Vic here, he's only been nothing but good luck for us. The guy's a fucking rabbit's foot, for crying out loud.
How would you feel about pulling a job with about 5 other guys?
And that's it.
And that's how Vic ended up there.
Yeah.
Mr. Blonde.
The rabbit's foot.
Interesting. They really trust him, but it seems like he kind of went crazy.
And if you're the 12th caller, you'll win 2 tickets to the Monster Truck Extravaganza.
Hey, Doc, we got a major situation here.
This poor bastard.
Damn. Sucks to be him.
All I know is what Vic told me, man. He said the place turned into a fucking bullet festival. He's fucking driving around with a cop in his trunk.
Not anymore.
I don't know who's dead. I don't know who's alive. I don't know who's caught. I don't know who's not.
I feel like they're gonna have to kill this cop. Because they're not gonna be able to just let him go.
Oh man, he is messed up.
You fucking know.
What in the Sam Hills going on here?
You're asking what's going on?
Nice guy, we got a cop.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Orange is dead.
No, he's not dead.
Cops were there waiting for us, man.
Bullshit.
Hey, fuck you, man. You weren't there, we were. And I'm telling you, the cops had that store staked out.
You think I did it? You think I fucking set you up?
I don't know. But somebody did.
We didn't really bring that up. You just kind of said that yourself.
Yeah.
Where's Joseph?
I don't know. I ain't talked to him. I talked to Dove. He says Daddy's coming down here and he's fucking pissed. All right, Mr. Fucking Compassion, I will call somebody. Who?
Brown's dead. We don't know what happened to him.
Brown's dead? Take this, the bastard you told me about? Why you beating on him?
Maybe he could tell us who the fuck set us up.
Who's got the stones? Please, somebody at least tell me one little fucking favor just for my sake.
I got
somebody
it back.
Let's go get it. first we gotta get rid of those cars outside. It looks like Sam's hot car lot out there.
You can't leave these guys there with him.
Why not?
Because he's a fucking psycho. You see what I've been putting up with, Eddie? I fucking walked in here.
Was that just the wind?
I hope so. That's kind of creepy.
What are you, a fucking silent partner? Tell him!
He went crazy in the store, but he seems all right now.
Oh,
Right.
changing his tone a little bit.
If they hadn't have done what I told them not to do, they'd still be alive.
I feel like everyone could just be saying things. Like,
Yeah.
none of it means anything.
Right.
What does it matter who stays with the cop? We ain't letting him go, not after he's seen everybody.
Sorry, man.
Now here's the news. Blondie, you stay here and take care of these two. White and pink, you come with me.
Oh my goodness. This gets...
What a mess.
Yeah. It gets
No
messier.
closer to figuring anything out.
No.
It just keeps getting worse. So there's just one guy who's missing? Or two? One.
Blue.
Blue, just blue?
Yeah, blue's missing.
Alone at last.
Oh no.
Something tells me this guy knows how to torture.
I told you I don't know anything about any fucking setup.
Even your boss said there wasn't a setup.
One thing I want to make clear to you.
That's not
I
my
don't
boss.
have a boss. Nobody tells me what to do.
Always mad now.
I don't really give a good fuck what you know or don't know. But I'm gonna torture you anyway. You can say anything you want, because I've heard it all before.
He is a psychopath. Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's a little
Larry
crazy.
was right. You should have listened to Larry.
You ever listen to Kay Billy's Super Sounds of the 70s?
Oh no.
This Dylan-esque pop bubble gum.
Oh, that stresses me out.
1974.
Oh my gosh. Imagine just staring at that, man.
Look at him, he's happy.
Yeah,
He's having the time of his life. That's when you would know, man, this guy is insane.
It's just playing with him.
What is he doing? Oh, his ear.
His ear.
Oh, he's just looking at it like, oh,
Yeah.
that's a nice ear.
I like this little continuous shot. No one knows what's going on here, man. Just the chaos inside.
He's laughing in the background.
Yeah,
More
kids.
kids playing. And the music. Ugh.
Oh, that's
Ow.
gotta sting too, your ear.
Please! That burn a little bit?
It's rough. Oh, man.
Don't burn me, please.
Yep, that would suck.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Y'all done?
Don't!
Have some fire, scare.
Don't! What? Don't!
Whoa, I didn't see that coming. Orange, you're still here?
He's still alive.
And he's awake. And a good shot still.
Yeah.
In spite of everything.
Okay, but he's still standing after all that. He is fucked up. They both are.
Oh man. I can't, how is he even standing? Okay, he's not.
Marvin Nash. Listen to me, Marvin Nash. I'm a cop. Yeah, I know.
Really?
Yeah, your name's Freddie something. Introduced us about 5 months ago.
Well, so he did hold through the torture.
How do I look?
Could be better.
What? This cop's waiting moving a block away.
What the fuck are they waiting for?
Yeah.
Fuck you! I'm fucking dying here! I'm fucking dying!
Not to make a move till Joe Cabot shows up.
Right, they want the head honcho.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sucks. Oh boy.
Yeah. Mr. Orange.
This ain't no joke.
I'm in there, I'm up his ass.
Nice guy. He tells me Joe wants to meet me.
He says I should just hang in my apartment and wait for a phone call.
And I meet Joe and a guy named Mr. White. It's a phony name. My name is Mr. Orange.
Mr. Orange?
Mr. Orange.
Two of you talk?
Who, me and Joe?
Mr. White.
A little.
Somebody
Hard to
names.
keep track of all these guys.
If this crook's a Brewers fan, his ass has got to be from Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, yeah.
Is to go through the mugs of all the guys from old Milwaukee with a history of armed robbery, put a name to the face.
Wow. Hey, that's what Buscemi said, right?
Yeah.
And they did.
Use the commode story.
What's a commode story?
It's a scene, man. Memorize it. To do this job, you got to be a great actor. You got to be naturalistic. You got to be naturalistic as hell.
Couldn't be me.
It's the details that sell your story.
You gotta be specific,
And
right?
this particular story takes place in a men's room. You gotta know if they got hot water or not. If it stinks. If some nasty, low-life, scum-ridden motherfucker, man, sprayed diarrhea all over.
Ew.
Keep saying it. Saying it, and saying it, and saying it, and saying it.
Then it'll almost feel like it's real.
I still had a connection, which was insane, because couldn't get any weed any fucking where then.
That'd be hard, because
It
you have
would.
to make it sound natural, too.
Yeah, and
not
not
like you
rehearsed.
memorized it.
And I got to be a pain in the ass. People call me on the phone all the fucking time.
Okay.
I couldn't even run a fucking tape without 6 fucking phone calls interrupting me.
His voice is changing and everything, right?
Yeah.
This is a very weird situation. Because I can remember back in '86, there was a major fucking drought.
Wow, he's.
I mean, I guess it worked,
Yeah.
because they let him in.
The brother usually goes with her, but he's in county unexpectedly.
What for?
His traffic ticket's gone warrant.
Wow. You gotta be on with the questions, too.
You go to the train station to pick up a buyer. The weed on you?
The guy needed it right away. Don't ask me why. Anyway, we get to the train station.
This is fun.
Yeah, cool.
4 Los Angeles County sheriffs and a German shepherd.
That's hard, man. That's a fucking hard situation.
Every nerve ending, all my senses, blood in my veins, everything I have is screaming. Take off, man.
Hey, so anyway, I got my gun drawn.
Nice. He looks pretty obvious, though, you know, from the story standpoint.
I'm gonna fucking blow you away right now. Put your hands on the dash. I'm gonna shoot you in the face if you don't put your hands on the fucking dash.
This is tense, even though, like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
not
fake
real.
story.
Yeah. Oh.
That guy's looking.
No, man,
Yeah.
Stupid fucking citizen doesn't know how close he came to getting blown away.
Right around the neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
Police brutality.
You know how to handle that situation. Shit in your pants and dive in and swim.
Yeah.
Hey, showtime. Grab your jackets.
I mean, you gotta be kind of nervous, too, for him. You know?
I mean, knowing what kind of guys you're dealing with, too.
Yeah.
Don't pussy out of me now. They don't know. They don't know shit.
There goes our boy.
I swear, guy has to have rocks in his head the size of Gibraltar to work undercover.
The bear claw. Classic.
One of Daddy's clubs. It's a black cocktail waitress named E. Lois. Called her Lady E. And now, apparently, Lady E was married to a real piece of dog shit. She sneaks up on him, and she puts some wacko glue on his dick and glues his dick to his belly.
Ow!
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in the schoolyard while we were planning this caper. All we did was sit around and tell fucking jokes.
Crystal clear.
We're gonna be using aliases on this job.
There you go.
All I want you guys to talk about, if you have to, is what you're gonna do. Mr. Brown, Mr.
Guess
White,
if he's dead.
Yeah.
Mr. Pink.
Why am I Mr. Pink?
There we go.
Why can't we pick our own colors?
No way, no way. Tried it once, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like kids picking out their like seats in class or something.
How about if I'm Mr. Purple? That
Oh
sounds
my
good to me. I'll be
gosh.
Mr. Purple.
You're not Mr. Purple.
All right, look, if it's no big deal to be Mr. Pink, you want to trade?
Hey, nobody's trading with anybody. My way or the highway. Now, what's it gonna be, Mr. Pink?
Let's go over it. Where are you?
I stand outside and guard the door. I don't let anybody go in or go out. We're out of there in 2 minutes, not 1 second longer.
One employee who thinks he's Charles Bronson. Take the butt of your gun and smash their nose in.
Ow.
If you want to know something he won't tell you, cut off one of his fingers.
Damn.
The little one.
He's got quite the strat.
Yeah. I'm sure it's worked.
T-Bow.
Hey.
What do you do at that point?
Yeah.
You're not blind. You just got blood in your eyes, all right?
That's what you do, I guess.
Oh, damn.
Damn. And now you're on edge.
Hold it! Right there! Get in the fucking car!
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
That's like, I mean, at that point.
He killed this innocent lady.
Yeah.
All this blood scaring the shit out of me, Larry. I'm gonna die, I know it.
Damn.
Now what? Ah. Is Joe coming here or not?
Well, how do you explain this?
I don't know.
What? I didn't hear you.
Dad, Mom went crazy.
This cop?
Oh.
There goes him.
When you guys walked through the door, he was gonna blow to hell and make out for the diamonds.
What'd I tell you?
Would he believe that? I don't feel like he would.
Doesn't make sense.
Buscemi.
You're saying that Mr. Blonde was gonna kill you, and then when we got back, he was gonna kill us. The man you just killed just got released from prison. All he had to do was say my dad's name, but he didn't. He kept his fucking mouth shut. And he did his fucking time, and he did it like a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way he's gonna believe it. Especially, he's a new guy.
You're telling me that now that this man is free, he's just gonna decide out of the fucking blue to rip us off?
Doesn't sound good.
What the hell for?
Joe!
This man set us up.
He knows? And he still came here anyway?
That lump of shit's working with the LAPD.
Joe, I don't know what you think you know, but you're wrong.
Oh, Larry.
I know this man. He wouldn't do that.
You don't know jack shit.
Oh.
I do. I should have my fucking head examined going ahead when I wasn't 100%.
That's your proof?
You don't need proof when you have instinct.
Oh. Oh.
Whoa! Guys, nobody wants this. We're supposed to be fucking professional.
If you kill that man, you die next.
Oh.
Repeat.
Wow.
God damn you, Joe.
Shit.
Stop pointing that fucking gun at my dad!
Fuck. Buscemi. Hiding.
So,
Who shot
Joe's?
Eddie?
I don't know.
Was it Mr. Orange? Because I don't know. I couldn't see
Yeah,
that.
I feel like I need to rewatch that.
Mm-hmm. Jamer's getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he knows this is a bad situation. Are all the cops out here, though? I hope so.
He's taking the diamonds, too.
Of course. Damn, what a disaster.
Yeah. You can hear Buscemi taking off.
I mean, thanks, man, for the support.
You can hear the sirens.
Yeah.
Shots being fired. Buscemi. You think Buscemi's alive?
I can't believe he said it.
Yeah.
Face! I'm gonna fucking blow you away!
Oh man,
That's a really good ending.
Yeah.
So
Just like that.
I guess you don't really know then if he shot him or not.
I know, it's like...
Because you can't really tell.
I know, because you hear one shot.
There's just so many. I
And
mean,
then you hear
he
him
slumps
after.
away, so you assume that he definitely got shot. But
As a wrap on Reservoir Dogs, what'd you think?
I was definitely a lot more thinking intensive
Yeah.
than some of the movies we've been watching recently. So I enjoyed kind of just settling in and letting the story unfold and just seeing what happened. I definitely didn't really have any ideas. Like, I kind of suspected everyone. So when it was revealed that Orange was actually the cop, I was surprised by that.
Yes. How'd you feel about like how the story was told? It was in all like in chronological order.
I liked the little flashbacks to Mr. White, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Orange. Was that all? They didn't do...
The others.
I wonder why they didn't do Mr. Pink, Buscemi's character.
Mr. Purple.
I think the overarching feeling the whole time was just kind of the constant paranoia and not being... Even, like, I feel like even in the very beginning when they were all sitting around the table...
Yeah.
There was still some of that... Like, they were all kind of joking around and being buddy-buddy.
Right.
But I feel like you still kind of got the sense that they weren't...
No.
Like, they didn't all 100% maybe trust each other.
Yeah.
Or, like, know each other all that well.
You had, like, Mr. Blonde was, like, even joking to shoot Mr. White. And Mr. White was like, oh, if you shoot me in your dreams, you better apologize. So there was always just sort of like, yeah, we can joke around, but don't mess with me.
Yeah, they were all very much, well, for the most part, they were for themselves and self-preservation. I mean, definitely, Mr. Pink, Mr. Mr. Blonde, I'm still trying to remember all the names. Mr. Blonde were very much for themselves. I definitely think White was an interesting character because he really defended Orange there in the end. Defended him rather than this guy, Joe, that he's been working for presumably a while. He's been friends with the family for a long time. And yet he still believed Orange.
I know, because you see at the beginning when, like, Orange is bleeding out, he's like, come on, hold me. Can you just hold me?
Yeah.
And, like, so you definitely see that there's a different relationship between Orange and White.
Do you think that what it was, just that, him being so close to death just kind of, like, instantly brought them close?
It could be that.
In a way that nothing else could? I
know. It's like, for me, I'm trying to think, like, whether or not Orange actually became friends and close with Mr. White, or was it all just for the sake of the cover?
It's hard to tell how much time they spent together, because they were sitting in the car together that one time. They seemed to spend a little bit of time leading up to the robbery together, but I don't know how long it actually was. Right. But then, like you said, it felt like Orange almost felt a little guilty in the end, because he did let him know that he was actually a cop. He said, I'm sorry. He was the cause for White killing his friends, basically.
Yeah, and you can see...
And I think that made him feel pretty bad.
Guilty. Right. And the fact that, like, he's defending him for not being a cop, but he is a cop.
Right.
And so the fact that you have Mr. White just doing all he can to save Mr. Orange.
Plus, where some of the other guys might have left him behind or not cared if he survived, White did try to keep him alive.
Yeah.
He was even thinking about taking him to a doctor for a second there.
Right.
Yeah, Larry did have some compassion. He told him his name in Orange's moment of weakness.
Yeah.
He wanted to help out, I guess. As long as he believed that Orange was one of them.
I know. Buscemi had the right idea all along, right? He was
Buscemi,
paranoid.
yeah. I feel like if anyone could have made it through, it was maybe his character.
Yeah.
Because, he kept saying, be a professional, be a professional. Just do what you're supposed to do, but no one really did.
Yeah, he had the right idea from the get-go. Just, if someone's around, this place is compromised.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we later found out that they were all just waiting for Joe to show up.
And I feel like We've definitely watched some other movies where paranoia has slowly taken hold of a group, but it was interesting to watch as new people were added, how the whole situation was influencing that individual as opposed to other people.
Yeah.
Some people were really losing it, like Mr. Pink in the beginning, he was like talking a lot and kind of freaking out, while White was a little bit more calm at first. But then you bring in Mr. Blonde, and then White starts freaking out, and Pink is okay, and it's just, there's a lot of chaos and a lot of really strong characters who pushed and pulled.
Exactly, yeah. And then you had that whole torture scene.
That was crazy.
The build up for that, and then of course you had the reveal of Orange. Did you have any suspicion that it could have been Orange?
A little bit, but I also thought it could have been some other people too, so I don't know if it really counts.
Because it's like, at this whole point, you're sort of only thinking about people who are active and talking, and not how helpless Orange, who's bleeding out, sleeping. He's kind of off screen a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you have the big reveal of him shooting Mr. Blonde. And
yeah, that definitely took me by surprise. And then the cop that was tied up got it anyway. At least he wasn't burned alive. Mr. Blonde was definitely a crazy guy.
I know. It just kind of seemed like he did it for the fun.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, like
definite psychopath behavior there, which is it's interesting because I guess he was buddy with Joe and his son because that's the type of people he kind of wanted to, you know, he can make money that way doing unethical things. Because like psychopaths aren't really friends with anyone, right?
Yeah.
They just are all about their own personal gain.
But then you had the whole thing with him taking time. Like him.
Maybe that's more of a principle as opposed to actual. He wasn't doing it necessarily out of like not respect. You know, like he wasn't doing it from an emotional standpoint, but more so because he knew that like they would be loyal to him after the fact.
Could be too, right? And then we see something during that interrogation scene where the cop's like, "Your boss," quote unquote, but he quickly says, "Mr. Blonde, no, he's not my boss. No one can tell me what to do." So in the end, right, it's like, to your point, he made the decision.
Yeah. It seems like a calculated move.
Yeah, 4 years, but then maybe to be rewarded later on.
There was, the son?
Eddie,
what was his?
Nice guy Eddie?
Nice guy Eddie. He turned out, I mean, not to be that much of a nice guy. None of them were.
No. Mr. Orange, Tarantino sometimes makes appearances in his films. We had him here with Mr. Orange, or Mr. Brown, rather.
Oh, is that him? I don't even know what he looks like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, he was in there. He's Mr. Brown. And
okay.
You've seen him before. Do you remember From Dusk Till Dawn at all? With the vampires and George Clooney?
Not well enough.
Okay, because Harvey Keitel, Mr. White's in there. He's the preacher. And
I think one of my favorite parts was Orange's whole story, that how he first had to like learn the story, and then when he was actually telling it, and they had the whole scene where he was in the bathroom.
I know.
And, you know, feeling the different things like the hand dryer and the sounds of the cops talking and the dog barking and all the details. I thought that was really cool. And I like the perspective.
His whole life is at stake, right? And he can't slip up. He can't make any mistakes. Yeah. Everything he tells has to be almost perfect. I mean, when he's telling that story, there's some questions from both Mr. White and Eddie. So it's like he has to respond to that pretty quickly. He can't stutter over his words. He can't, act too nervous at all. So it was interesting seeing him, now that you know that he was a cop, doing what he had to do. Like first watching Mr. White kill those cops, and then him having to actually kill a civilian. I'm sure that, was messing with his head. And but then it's at the same time, you gotta maintain undercover.
I don't really get why Joe went there in the end, even though he knew that
I know
Orange was a cop, because I feel like you would assume then
he would distance himself.
Yeah, because the cops were at the diamond place, so why wouldn't they be at their hideout or whatever?
I know. He should have just went with his instincts, right?
But I also think the cops got in there a little too late. I mean, Joe walked in the door and then they could have come in, but they didn't.
I know. They were very casual It seems like
they had a whole standoff in the time, and then White and Orange were hanging. They were together. They're having a little moment all before the cops decided to show up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I feel like there were a lot of very cool, artsy shots. It was very well put together.
Mm-hmm.
There were some scenes of action and stuff, but it was definitely focused on the dialogue and relationships between the characters and just how those all unfolded. So it was cool to watch.
Yeah.
I liked all the scenes where they kind of shifted. It was like a one shot, moving from one character's face to panning to like the other character's face all in one motion. I feel like it really just made everything flow very well and made all of the reactions seem very immediate and responsive to what was going on.
Yeah, especially in that last standoff.
So we double checked because we were both a little bit unsure of who shot Eddie, and it looks like White shot both of them, both Eddie and Joe.
Yes. So he shoots Joe. Joe shoots Orange, it looks like.
Yeah.
And then Eddie puts a few bullets into White, but not before he gets killed by White. Right. Wow, that was so fast,
It really was.
Jeez.
It was also interesting that I would say a good majority of the movie took place in this warehouse.
Yeah.
So there wasn't a lot of, it was the warehouse, it was Joe's office, and then a couple other, I guess the actual diamond place for a minute when it flashed back to that.
Right.
But overall, there were very few places that everyone went.
Yeah, I found that when I first saw this movie, I thought that was a really cool and unique aspect to it.
Yeah.
And even though like the fact they can just do multiple scenes in this one specific area is just really cool.
It kind of goes back to what we were talking about this being a very character-driven movie. They didn't need to go to a lot of different places in order for everything to happen, and just all the tension could take place just between the characters. It didn't really have to do with the environment, although I think the environment added to it because it's a creepy old warehouse. It's very open, so there's like a lot of room for the characters' emotions and feelings to kind of fill up the space.
Yeah, I like that. One of my favorite shots is Buscemi's and Mr. White's first initial, standoff where pointing the gun at each other, and Buscemi's on the ground. The eyes were just like wide open, so I feel like that from there kind of sets the tone for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, and then it slowly panned away to
Blonde
sipping on his drink.
Yeah, acting all cool and collected.
How did you enjoy it for your rewatch?
It was good. I felt like I was able to appreciate it more because I feel like as a kid, I don't pick up nearly as much as I do now on characters and dialogue and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it for a second watch.
What do you think about the little radio thing? I thought that was interesting. It came up like 2 or 3 times, the radio station, where it had it like in between sections, and then they obviously brought it in with Blonde when he had his little torture scene.
I wonder if there's more of a meaning to it. Because, they talked about in the opening scene. What do you call it?
Something to kind of tie things together a little.
Yeah.
So this was like a one-time thing, right? Like these guys had never really all been together in a group before.
Right. Joe was sort of like the mastermind.
Do you have any idea behind the meaning of the name?
No.
Just beyond it being the name of the group?
I do not.
I feel like there must be something.
Maybe a deeper meaning.
So we also just looked up if there is any concrete meaning to the title.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be a for sure thing. It seems like it could have something to do with the whole rat thing and them kind of not trusting each other and all of that.
And having to deal with each other in a very short space. I liked Buscemi's little quote about Blonde. Well, I trust you because there's no way he's a cop and he killed a bunch of people like that.
I think with that, we will wrap it up on this one.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it too?
Yeah, our first Tarantino film reaction on the channel.
Yes. What are other big ones that
Pulp Fiction, obviously. Inglourious Bastards. Django Unchained. People have recommended The Hateful Eight, which is one I have not seen. And of course, his most recent one, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I have not seen.
Oh,
That's
okay.
also Tarantino as well. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and then I'm sure we will be watching some more in the future. It's been interesting to see kind of the variety because the ones that I've seen are all quite different. We hope you guys enjoyed this reaction, and as always, we look forward to your thoughts, your theories, and all that sort of thing, especially on a movie like this where there's a lot more either ambiguity or just, lots of things to talk about. We will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.